Strengthen your quads and your glutes. Lower body strength is essential to support your pelvis and therefore your spine as you move about your life. Hi, I'm Physio Andrea, and in this video, we're using a kettlebell to get you moving to strengthen those legs. If you don't have a kettlebell, you can always use a dumbbell too. If you have any thoughts or questions, let us know in the comments section below. Consider joining our membership to become a TSC cheerleader and get faster replies and priority video requests. Otherwise, enjoy this short routine to strengthen your quads and your glutes. Before we get into the actual weight exercises with the kettlebell, let's warm up our body. Let's start with side lunges. So get into a really wide stance. We're moving into hip hinge, which is a really important movement with the kettlebell, and also lean towards one side to dynamically stretch the inner thighs and the hips. Press up into standing, shift to the other side, and press back to start. We're switching sides for 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. Bring your feet back to a hip width position. We're really warming up our glutes and our lower back and hamstrings with our hip hinge position. This time we're placing our hands behind our head and making sure that your elbows stay really wide. From here, weight in your heels, reach your sit bones back. You can have a gentle bend in your knees, but this is not a squat. It is a hip hinge or a deadlift movement. With your hands behind your head, try and keep your elbows really wide. Stand back up, push through those heels to come back into standing. We're repeating this deadlifting or hip hinging movement for 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. Okay, so last warm-up movement here. We're going into as deep of a squat as you can to, again, really warm up those hips. You can put your feet a little bit wider and turn your feet out if you'd like. Slowly lower down as low as you can if it's here. So lower down as low as you can before lifting off your heels, okay? So it depends on how tight your calves are. If this is as low as you go, no problem, stand back up. If you're able to go into a full deep squat, hang out there for a quick second and then push back into standing. Again, staying really dynamic. We're not holding anything for now. Move in and out of a deep squat for 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. All right, our first movement with the kettlebell is a goblet squat. So I have a fairly heavy kettlebell here. I'd say it's 10 kilos. So it's up to you in terms of your fitness level to determine what weight you'd like to use. There's no right, wrong, better, or worse. Whatever's right for you. Okay, so bring the kettlebell up towards your chest and keep your elbows tucked in. Find a wider position with your feet, and we're just moving into a squat to push back up, holding that kettlebell at your chest. Do this for 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. Okay, the next one sounds easy, but it does actually get quite challenging as we move through it. So take your kettlebell and move it into the rack position. What I mean by that is that the kettlebell is resting in between your arm and your forearm, and that your wrist is straight and active, not curled in either direction or totally bent backwards, okay? So aiming for a straight wrist. Hold the kettlebell to one side. We're marching for 30 seconds and then switching sides. This warms up the whole body, but also makes your core activate because it has to counterbalance where this weight is. Ready, set, go. Switch sides with the weight. Make sure as you're marching that you're pushing up against the weight, staying elongated. 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. Okay, next we're doing sumo squats with the kettlebell. So keep the kettlebell hanging down towards the floor. Just make sure that you're not rounding into the weight, keeping your shoulders active, back and down, and lengthen through your spine. Wide stance, wide feet position, lower down, keeping your back as straight as you can this time. So not hip hinging, trying to stay upright as you lower, and then pushing back up through your heels. You'll probably feel it more on your inner thighs, and that's the point. Do this for 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. All right, finding our rack position again. This time we're doing lunges. So whichever side is holding the weight, put that leg in front. In a split stance, you can put your other hand out to counterbalance, lower down into a lunge, and then push back up to start. 30 seconds on each side. Ready, set, go. Switch sides, switching which foot is in front as well, staying active through your wrist. Ready, 30 seconds on this side. Okay, we're getting there. We're going into side lunges again. So just like our warm-up, find a really wide stance. This time, if you can bring the kettlebell up towards your chest again, we're moving into our side lunges, but we're holding the kettlebell at our chest. Keep going, alternating sides for 30 seconds. Stay really active through your core, push through your heels so that your glutes can help you. Ready, set, go. Okay, we're moving into our deadlift motion. So stand so that the kettlebell is in between your feet. Hip hinge to have the weight in your heels. Keep lots of space in your back. Reach to pick up the kettlebell and push through your heels, squeezing your glutes at the top to find your neutral position. Make sure you're not overextending through your hips to create compression in your back. Stay really nice and tall. Repeat that hip hinge motion just so that the kettlebell comes close to the floor. Stand back up. Depending on how flexible your hamstrings are, you may not be able to go that far. So even if you just go a little bit, that's fine. Stay more focused on your alignment. Do this motion really slowly for 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. This is our hardest movement of the set. We're going into kettlebell swings, but we're only bringing our arms to horizontal instead of going all the way overhead. Really focus on thrusting and using your glutes to help you create that momentum. You shouldn't be lifting with your arms. It's all in the legs. So with your feet slightly wider, you can start the momentum of your kettlebell. As you thrust with your hips, just bring your kettlebell to horizontal. Do this for 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. All right, hopefully you've grabbed a drink of water. We're gonna do a second round of all of those exercises, starting with the goblet squats. So find the kettlebell, bring it up towards your chest. We're doing a squat position for 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. Okay, transition that kettlebell into your rack position. We're marching for 30 seconds on each side, trying to stay really tall and neutral without rocking back and forth too much. Ready, set, go. Switch sides with the weight. Make sure as you're marching that you're pushing up against the weight, staying elongated. 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. Okay, let's do a second round of sumo squats with the kettlebell down in between your legs, keeping your knees wide and your feet wide and your back upright. Ready, set, go. Okay, find that rack position one more time in your split stance. We're doing 30 seconds of lunges on each side. Make sure that you switch the kettlebell and which leg is in front. Ready, set, go. Switch sides, switching which foot is in front as well, staying active through your wrist. Ready, 30 seconds on this side. Okay, lower that kettlebell. We're doing a second round of side lunges, bringing the kettlebell back up towards your chest, really wide legs, moving into side lunges, alternating sides, pushing through your heels for 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. All right, last couple exercises. We're doing the deadlift for 30 seconds. Make sure that you're trying to keep your back as straight as possible and your legs gently bent. The movement should be coming from your glutes as you stand up and squeeze at the top. Repeat this for 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. Okay, this is your last hard exercise. Here we go with kettlebell swings just to horizontal. Remember, all of the momentum should be generated from your lower body. Your arms are just here to support your shoulders and hold on to the weight. 30 seconds, ready, set, go. Okay, we are done with the kettlebell section of our workout, so let's move into a cool down. We're starting with the Spider-Man stretch. So start with your legs wide apart like inside lunges. Lower down, you can lift this heel off of the floor. Place both hands in between your legs, and we're just staying here for 15 seconds, really trying to breathe into stretching your inner thighs and also your hip, and then we'll switch. Ready, set, go. Switch sides for another 15 seconds. Okay, so we're moving down onto the floor to do our last two stretches. First, we're doing the figure 4 stretch or the pigeon stretch. Lie down onto your back with your knees bent. Place one ankle over the opposite knee and thread your hands through to grab your bottom thigh. From here, gently pull your thigh towards your chest. You should feel a stretch on this hip. If you need a little bit more stretch, you can actually push this knee away a little bit. It creates more of a rotation. And hold this for 15 seconds, and then we'll switch to the other side. Ready, set, go. Ready, and go. Okay, for our last stretch, we're stretching our quadriceps muscles, or the front of our thighs. So transition to lie on your tummy, okay? The important thing here is to make sure that you're activating your core and not totally arching into the floor or the mat. So just think about picking up your belly button just a little bit. From here, try to reach back and hold on to one ankle while keeping your leg on the ground and your core active. You can actually rest your forehead onto your hand. Think about gently bringing your heel towards your bum for 15 seconds, then we switch sides. Ready, set, go. Switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Ready, and go. Good job, you finished your workout for today. We hope you find this information helpful. For more how-to videos and scoliosis-friendly workouts, check us out on TSC Connect. See you next time.